Join me as you and I you take a journey to become better writers together and geek out.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Oh, greetings.
Yep, I figured we just jump into the show.
Again.
All right, so let's start this off properly. This weekend, you three went over to EternalCon, which was held this year in Hofstra University, if I remember right.
Yep, it was in Hofstra University.
Give me the rundown. What was the experience? What was the feeling? I want to be there physically since I didn't get to go. I want to be able to smell the post-graduation sweat of those graduates still lingering in the halls. I want to smell exactly what you guys smelled. Taste what you guys tasted. Give me say we're walking right in to the event. What was it like?
Yeah, developed a very particular taste in your reviews of late, sir. I can appreciate.
Listen, I just do what I have to. Just guide me. What was it like walking through those doors?
All right, gentlemen. One of you two want to say something? Go ahead.
It was like a familiar place. It was like
I
feel like
it was nice. It was nice. I like that when you walked in, like you saw like all of the it was Artist Alley, you saw all the indie vendors, all the people we know and stuff. Like as soon as you walk in, and then if you want to see the pros and all that other stuff, you have to leave that floor and go all the way downstairs to see all the celebrities and stuff like that. I like that. That was nice. Because usually a lot of times it's the other way around where, the Artist Alley is hitting way in the back somewhere. So
True.
So it was nice.
It was really nice. We had a lot of fun. We did the panel with Izzy, and that was a blast.
Right. I remember that. They were even promoting that out in the line, if I remember right.
Oh yeah,
right.
Got a couple of flyers.
Mm-hmm.
When I was like, "Hey, go to this flyer." I was like, "Hey, I know a guy in this flyer." I was like, "Who's this Ralph?" I said, "Where is he?" You're like, "He's coming sooner or later."
Yeah, Ralph killed it, man.
Yeah,
that whole lineup was giving away gems.
So I'm being told.
You were very
So what else was there? What was your guys' favorite thing at EternalCon?
Hey, that's a good question. Well, what was our favorite thing at EternalCon? I have to admit that my favorite thing was doing the panel. It was a lot of fun, and talking to up and coming social media people and trying to give them advice on how to do what we do.
All right.
That was fun. I mean, for me the panel too. It was funny. At first, like Izzy gave me a bunch of tickets, raffle tickets to start handing out, and then I was inside listening to the panel. But while I was inside, like people were walking in, they weren't getting tickets. So I was like, oh well, I have to be outside giving tickets. So I missed half of it. And so Lou was recording it, and what happened? Your phone gave out or something?
Yeah, my phone isn't set up to be taking an hour's worth of video, so I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting to be a point guy,
Found out the hard way, mine wasn't either. So you came out.
It was between that and my memes, man. I mean, I love you guys, but
sounds like someone should have brought the camera. Someone should have had the camera.
Yeah.
So get the intern.
So I went in and started recording.
It's almost like somebody saw this happening. I wonder.
So what are you saying, Nat? That you saw it happening and you decided not to tell us we should take the camera?
That's exactly what I told you. Don't even try. I told you that.
Trying to demonstrate his value by making us miss him. That's what's going on.
How are the crowds as insane as Brooklyn Comic-Con?
I think Brooklyn Comic-Con, yeah.
I think it was a little bit less than Brooklyn Comic-Con.
I mean, we go on Sunday. Both went on Sundays. It's hard to say, but for a Sunday, the Brooklyn Comic-Con was. Well, I won't say that.
It was way bigger than Brooklyn Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably way more people. Just spread out,
Yeah.
place 10 times the size.
Well, I will say, like, everybody, I mean, they rolled the convention out. I don't think people left until like 5. There were still people there. And
Yeah, there were still people
you
there
know,
all the way
like,
to the end. Yeah.
you know, like Sundays, like people start packing their things up already and start leaving. Like,
Yeah, that wasn't happening
But
anytime.
no, nobody was packing up like the whole time. So there
Yeah,
were
nobody
people
packed
there
up
ran
until it was
out.
time to go.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. So,
I mean, compared to the past couple of times that we've gone to con, that's actually a good sign.
Yeah,
mhm.
that's definitely a good sign. Yeah.
They usually had it. Eternal Con used to be at the Coliseum. The times I've worked it, I thought this was maybe a better venue for it. You know, and it felt like you get around a little easier.
I agree.
I like the balcony.
I
thing.
remember Eternal Con over at the Cradle of Aviation.
That's where it used to be. Yeah. It used to be in the Cradle of Aviation, and then it went to the Coliseum, and now this time around it was in Hofstra.
Mm.
But either way, it was nice, man. There was a lot of familiar faces there, man. That's what I enjoy these cons for the most, is, you know, running into
That one, yeah. There were a lot of people we knew.
and seeing them improving, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
That's true.
we ran into them a month ago, and it's like, oh, this is new stuff on your table.
Right.
Oh yeah, some like Crystal Hearted Cat was there, and
Right.
her table just keeps getting better and better.
Mhm.
Russell, Game of Tunes.
Yeah, Russell was there, and you know he started to add the Game of Tunes from the event, so that's even better.
Well, he gave me a Scrooge McDuck sticker. He gave you a Moon Knight sticker, right?
Yeah, he gave me the Moon Knight sticker, which I was like, great, you know. But he was like, we can't give you the pins, but we'll give you the stickers.
Our characters that lost.
I grabbed that Casey Jones. I liked it.
Yeah, Wave Chan. I got a whole bunch of her keychains and stuff. So I told Ralph about her. I met her at WinterCon, and like when I bought a couple there, and just going online and buying. I got a whole bunch of those Marvel vs. Capcom keychains. So that was cool. Thanks, Ralph, for making a little video of her. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that was great. She does good work. All right, let's show off the people what happened at our beautiful convention. Let's see. If it plays.
There.
And there you have it, a little snippet of what happened at the con. And as you can tell, we had a lot of fun.
Excellent.
And this weekend, we're heading to Garden State Comic Fest. And our guest, Enrique Lopez, is going to be there at Garden State Comic Fest. Hello, Enrique. How you doing?
Feeling better. Finally put some cold water. Is feeling better. The allergies down.
That's good. I was watching you on the side going, okay, I think I'm ready to get them in.
I want to comment on what you guys are talking about right now about the show and stuff like that. And I think one of the issues when people talk about these shows, there are two different parties that need to look into it. Fans versus the artists or the vendors and the people of the show. Those are two different people. So that's what I mean. When you were reviewing it, you're reviewing it as your fans. For you, any show is probably going to be a good show, unless they really crap the bed and they don't know what they're doing. You know, as a fan, you usually go to these shows and will have a good time. But as a vendor or as an artist, that is not always the case, you know. So it's like that's why we were talking about the show earlier. Is that, you know, from the fan side, it was probably a really good show. I don't know if it was a good show for every artist that was there. That's what I'm saying. That it all depends on on everybody. But I know for this weekend, there's going to be a 2-ring circus. Actually, it's Garden Fest is basically 2 ice rinks, and we're going to have the heroes and the villains, and of course, they put me in the villains. And I'm going to be there again with my motley crew of friends. I'm going to have to my left Keith Williams, to my right I'll have Len Danovich. I'm going to have Bob Almond across from me and his Inkwell Awards. The incredible Graham Nolan will be over a little further to my right. Right behind us will be Billy Tucci. I think Bill McKay is over on this side over here. J.M. DeVasius is going to be, DeSantis is going to be in the other corner over there. So,
he's gone. Cool.
I mean, it's a great show. I mean, you're going to have Walton, Louise Simonson's going to be there. They just added Bart Sears is going to be there. Adrenaline Mill is going to be there. It is practically a show that rivals pretty much, like, I'm going to put it in right as to the quality of the artist going to be there at the level of Terrific Con, and only a little bit under New York, you know, just because New York is so massive. But comparing it like to a local show like Terrific Con in Baltimore, they're pretty much even. So I think this show from New Jersey has really gotten up to that level. They've really grown. And just the list that they have is incredible. So, and to be part of that featured guest group, for me, it's just a kick in the head. You know, it's just great for me. It's just so.
We love Garden State Comic Fest here. It's always a fantastic show. We've had many good experiences with them. We went to the Atlantic City show, and that was a blast. That was an amazing convention.
Are you doing VIP? Are you doing any VIP passes for the Garden?
VIP passes? I think he's letting us in his press.
Okay. Yeah, because for VIPs, they always get those little packs and stuff. And this year I'm doing the little mini print. Now this is an inking I did over Marcio Abreu.
Right.
This is Black Canary. Then on the back, if you're in the VIP, you get a little coupon for $5 off, $20 or more on my table. Right. Even if you're not a VIP, you can come in and I'll give you a good deal anyway. For the VIPs, they can bring this and I'll number it according to the order that they come.
Right.
So the first one there with it, you get number 1 out of 100. So
nice.
And they'll number and if anyone, I can remark it and stuff as well. So, and I always do that every year and there. I always have something 2 years ago when we did the show. Last year when we did the show, I actually put a card, but it was too small, I think. It was a trade card set. Nobody showed up at the table. I don't think anybody found it. So I did it this year a little bigger. Before I did Ghost Rider, which I had done with James Avila.
Right.
And I went in there a few years ago, and a good chunk of people came by. Remember, there was like the show had just opened on Saturday, and like this little kid, I mean, a tiny kid, maybe 8 years old, came running to the table, was just running, and he was out of breath. He was like, "What number am I?" I said, "What? What number am I?" "Oh, you're number 1." "Yes, yes." He was so pumped to be number 1. So I was like, okay. And then a whole bunch of other people came in and they wanted added them in and stuff. So it's a nice little feature. I like to do it because it always brings traffic to my table. So out of the 100, I always get maybe like 20 people to come by. 30 people will come by. So it's a good way to get eyeballs on my stuff and on me. Right. It's very cost effective for me. So, but yeah. So this will be like my 5th time doing the show already. So I've been here doing them when we did the mall ones and every stuff. So it's the only thing I don't like to do the ones in the when they used to do them at Six Flags. So they think outdoors with paper.
Oh yeah, the Six Flags Weird Adventure ones.
Those are always very worrisome.
Dude, those are fun though. It's out
Yeah,
in the sun.
I don't want to be out there with the big breeze, the sun comes up, or rain comes down. I'm always scared of those. Those are
Rain
always
especially, yeah.
I mean, a few years ago, which one? I remember Keith was telling me. I think one of Brooklyn. BrooklynCon was actually outside one year or something like that. Or one of them in Brooklyn. It was like scary because it was. You just never know.
Oh yeah, last year Brooklyn
Last
Comic
year,
Con was outside.
Yeah, I think it was
And,
outside.
this huge storm hit at the end of the con.
Yeah. Yeah, those little things you always worry about. So, but yeah, like,
and it's stressful.
Yeah.
so I'm really happy. It's going to be a good show. Looking forward to it. I just came back from Heroes Con, and that was an interesting experience. I've been set up since supposed to be doing it in 2020, but of course things happen. So they've been moving it down the line. So I finally got there, and it was great because I was right in front of Amanda and Jim Palmiotti, and I had Billy Tucci on my side. I have Jeff DeCall next to me, and I had a great blast. I just loved it. It was I stayed at the hotel right in front of the convention. That was a great show. And I just got an email from them. They're inviting me back, so I'm like, hell yeah, get back. Let's go back there next year. So yeah, and it's like I said, for me, certain shows have just really taken me in a really nice way, and like this one, Garden State this weekend is one. Heroes is one that's beginning to feel that way. When I do Cincinnati, I do Gem City in Ohio as well.
Right.
Those shows are just like, it's funny how I have to leave New Jersey to be treated really well.
Well, you know how it is, man. When you're the hometown person, they go, "We know you.
We know you.
We know you." outside, you're like, "Hey, come over. Let's have some fun."
I mean, yeah, people are like, I was like, I'm going to do this. They go, "You're doing Akron?" Yeah, man, I do Akron Comic Con. Yeah, I do that because they invite me. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it, man. I love it. So yeah. So anyway, for this weekend, just want to go over a few things if you want. Again, I'm going to have books there. I'm going to have my original art there. I got commission lists still available. My most recent prints are and already almost sold. I didn't do any more after the ones I did with for Hero. So this one is the Wanda on Fire, which is very timely with the latest show, the movie. This one sold like hotcakes at Heroes. I only have a few of those left. I still have my double-sided Ben Kenobi, also very timely.
Nice.
This one I really like because this is what I did with Ben Worrell, but I like my side better.
They both look pretty good.
This is like really deep. So you get both. You can choose from the same side, and then my multiple IP. This is the one with this basically Sith Lord's Garden, the Game of Thrones, and Star Wars all mixed together. So this is the final piece I did with Zach Dolan before he passed, and it's double-sided. One has, you can see the snow, and then the other side is non-snow. So you get those double-sided there, and of course they're available as metal print as well.
Ooh, nice.
And this one's a metal print as well.
That's really
funny.
nice. Yeah.
Not a single metal print of Wanda, but it was such a good billboard. People were just finding it. They were like, "Oh my God, that's so beautiful! How much is it?" This much. Oh, but I got a print. Oh, cool! Give me the print.
Well, sometimes you know what it is. You're like, I want it, but I don't want it that bad.
Yeah, and then the metal prints for the link is still available. And
I still love that piece. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Spidey one is also going to be available. So, and then out of that, just to go real quick, for the last year, I did a few new mini canvases. These are the super big hits, so you can get these. You got the Kenobi. These are little 8x8s, full canvas prints. You got the Kenobi one. I'm going to have the Wanda one. the typical Star Wars one that's always the bestseller, the Ashoka, which is the bestsellers. These are the bestsellers. Then of course the Link, the Double Link, and Mighty. But of course I have like almost 24 different versions of different formats there. You know, it's just like let me see here. Yeah, pull it up real quick here. I have little menus now, man. It's like really cool. So these are all the ones you can see. That's the whole list of mini ones from Ghost Rider to Catwoman and everything is going to be available there as well. And let me show these. These original artworks are still available. Can't believe they survived. They survived Heroes for some reason. Yeah,
oh, that's nice. Yeah.
My second attempt. I did a first one already, and that was sold. This is Marshall Abreu again. This is the original inks to the Ben Kenobi. They're still available. This was an Aphrodite X. And these are the inks for the one you saw of the
right.
So a lot of this stuff will be available there this weekend. So also want to say before I get caught off, there's a number of projects coming up, but one of them I want to talk about is we're doing the soft pre-sale preview tomorrow. This young lady from Utah, her name is Fang Fang. I met her at the SuperCon in Florida last year, and she's going to be launching her Kickstarter next month. But she brought me in to basically because it was non-English, so we actually translating. I'm helping with the editing and with the promotional aspects. Okay, apparently people think I know what I'm doing. So I have it here. I don't know if it's possible to bring it up. Let's see. There it is. That's the Kickstarter. I'm gonna tomorrow. It'll be available to do so you can see it's a project of there is already still being tested. It's a draft. But tomorrow you'll be able to go in to get notified. It's an anthology. Let me open this here so I can go over there and move it around a bit. Yeah, the anthology. Let me do it here. I'll put it up
There you go. I added yours.
There we go. And it's 3 stories, and it has like love and loss about them. She had originally done them in her native language, but now she's coming in here and doing them in English. It's being translated. And you can see some of these great, absolutely fantastic illustrations she's got. It goes really simple as all of these. You know, you can get the PDF, which is the $15, or go up and get some print with it for $25. The $30 will give you a physical book, and it'll include already the shipping. So it'll be 30 with shipping. So basically, you're getting the book for maybe like $20 with how shipping is lately. It's going to be in a nice format. Now, like I said, it's all launching tomorrow as a preview. Yes.
Right.
So basically, you just go in there and where did I go with this thing? Back here. And then you go in there and you just request to here we go. And you can go in there and just ask to be notified. We're trying to get at least 100. We're going to launch it next month in sometime in August. So it's a nice little project. So she's hoping that with this will help her move on to other books she wants to do. So just take a look at it. It's going to be, like I said, it's really economical. She's got she's got original art. I'm going to be able. You got a sketch options with her. So hopefully people will check it out. Like I said, I'm going to post it tomorrow, where she's launching it around 3:00 in the morning Eastern. So tonight at midnight. So over there. So it's it'll be, like I said, just notified, and let's see how it goes. If anybody's been watching my feed, I just announced that we're doing a second book. People might have remember this little project of mine, Not So Fair Tales, is coming up now. Number 2 is going to be coming up, and number 2 will be launching hopefully at the end of this year or early next year. Another great crack team. I mean, this time They didn't let me do 3 stories. They wanted to have more people in there. I said absolutely. So it's funny because some of the people who work with me on the stories are now doing their own in there. So it's like, yes. Matt Parton, Matt Buttich, Russell Noiti is in there again, Nick Torres, Sonia Kinsley, Andrew Russell, John Enninfield himself is doing it. Will Elder is in there. I mean, the list is great. Once again, it's another great group, and these will be more on the Fable side. So, yeah, I got to put it up there. I haven't put it in there, but on the Fable side, and tomorrow I'll have the link there for the Butterfly anthology.
Cool.
And yeah, and then it's going to be a great team again. So I think it's going to be really, really another great project. Really look forward to it. I might be brought in to work on some of the other guys' stuff. So either as an anchor or another buddy of mine, Andrew, you may want me to help him with something. I'm going to look into that. Other things I already announced it that I got 2 stories coming up in Stupid Kids Anthology. They'll be launching near the end of the year. There's another anthology, Horrendous 2023-22. I'm going to have a in there. That's the New Jersey artist one we always do every year. I'm also part of the Might, Magic, and Mothers and Monsters and Laws by Alan. I don't get rest nothing. Alan Bay, and then and I got a good story in there. I'm going to be doing it with Joe Critelli Jr. and Carlos Mangual is going to help with letters on that one. And then for just one more anthology out there. I'm trying to remember which one it is though.
Yeah, I was reading your page, and you were like, "We're doing this and this and this." I was talking to my wife, and I was going to do a whole other page, and she told me, look how many the projects you're working on."
And that's the thing. I remember who's going to be helping me on Not So Fair Tales is going to be Ben Worrell, the artist who did the Ben Kenobi.
Right. Mm-hmm.
We'll be doing the pencils, and then I'll be doing inks, and oh my God, I'll do colors. So I'm going to be doing colors as well, and Carlos is also going to be lettering that one. So there's one other project that I was going to do, but the artist had to back out, and that saddened me. But I don't know yet if I'm going to do it or not in this year. So I might move it on because the other day I was telling, like I wrote in one of my posts.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, why am I not being asked to do more stuff? And go like, my wife's like, dude, you got no time. What are you going to be doing? And it always feels like I'm never have enough stuff to do. And then all of a sudden it keeps adding.
Yeah.
And right now there's another artist that just contacted me and he says, "Yo, are you busy?" Why? I need you to do a variant cover for me. I go like, okay, let's add to that. And on top of that, I'm inking Ian Miller's Codename Hunter, and we're working on that as well. So between all that, that's also getting in there.
Dude, when do you have time to breathe?
Well, that's why I allergies are going crazy. But that's why a lot of my shows this year have been reduced. You know, the health scare contributed to it. But the reality is that now that I have all these other things to do, and these all deadlines, like, for example, Horrendous has to be handed in August.
Right.
Now, in August, I have to hand in the script for Not So Fair Tales. Then Not So Fair Tales has to be given, everything has to be done by the end of the year.
Right.
Might and Magic has to be handed in by Halloween. So all these things is like, I'm done with this one, now I'm to the next one. I'm done with this one, now I'm to the next one. That is everything. It's all these variant covers and the inking of these others are kind of like in between all these other things at the same time. So every day I sit down and go like, yeah, I don't think we're doing much more this year. I think we're going to take a break. And now I'm doing the marketing promotion for Butterfly Tier. So it's like, it's one of those things I'm going like, okay, let's add that one to the mix. Now, and I don't mind doing it because this is probably not it's like every crowdfunded project I've been involved in, either as part of it or in working behind the scenes with it. Every single one has been funded. I'm not saying I'm the reason for it, but hey, just keep it going. So like
That's
I
a good
told you,
record, yeah.
I mean, right now, every single one I've ever been involved in has been funded. Every single, and there was one recently done, which is the Fletcher Cross multiverse kind of book
Right.
that I did one page in there. I did one page full artwork, and that one got funded as well. At the end of like with 3 days left, someone got to be crossed over the plateau. So getting some copies. So that one goes through as well. So I'm like, yeah, the streak continues. So. Like I said,
that's a pretty good streak to have.
Not
Yeah.
only because of me, but I'll take some of the credit. I like to promote the stuff up top, man. You know, and that's it. And that aspect. I think is one thing that and I'm going to go back to the original topic. We're talking about conventions. I think a lot of artists, specifically artists like at my level, which we are independent, struggling, working our stuff. We have some kind of brand recognition, but are not like top of mind of everything.
Mhm.
You need to do some of the legwork because some people like to sit back and say, well, it's the convention who has to promote. You know, yeah, you can do that. You know, if you want to, because I've seen shows just do their own thing. You know, you can see Garden State, they're promoting it up the yin yang in the AR.
Garden State does a good job of promoting themselves, the artists, everybody who's going to be there. Yeah.
But sometimes you still have to move people to you, you know, because Garden State is a 2-ring circus. You know, there are 2 places. I remember the first time I went there, I was like, man, I thought these people were going to be here. This was as a fan years before I started doing this. I was like, where are all these other people, man? I thought these people were going to be here. I did not realize there was another room.
Exactly. especially in the Menin arena.
So I went here. Where's the other stuff? There was another area. So I'm in that other section. So you got to go in and go to your right all the way to the end. So, so I make sure now I put maps, I put little arrows, and people, this is where I am, to get people to come by. You know, it's the only way this will work as an independent. You know, when a show fails for me is when they don't provide enough opportunities for me to bring people to my little corner of the world. And I'm going to mention this one show because I don't usually do this, but the only reason I'm going to is because I spoke to him directly about this whole situation and we were cool about it. Baltimore last year was a disaster. It was an absolutely shit show. And it was not entirely their fault, but their mismanagement affected me in the sense that there was no traffic. And part of it's because the COVID protocol just took too long. People were outside waiting for 2.5 hours, up to 2.5 hours to get in because of the protocol. I remember Andy from Let's Do This came in. He was like, dude, it took me about 2 hours to get in here. I'm like, seriously? And so what happens when you come in, the first thing, this is the way I see it. You come in, you're 2 hours. You probably plan to be there maybe a couple of hours. So you already got 2 hours into whatever amount of time you were thinking.
Right.
So when you go in, the first thing you get hit with was all these vendors. And then you got to figure out where are the artists. Because when you went to the right, you kind of figured something was going on. Then you landed in where the big guns were, like I called my Keith and Brown Steel Rays, everybody else. They're the guests. And then we were totally separate. We had like 40 feet between us and them. And we thought we were another show. It was just unfortunate situations. So I never got people. I mean, Keith's wife wanted to come by my table and she couldn't find me. Could not find me until I told her, look for the hot dog stand. I'm 2 rows behind it. That's how she found me. And
that definitely happens at cons. That sometimes you don't find everything and you don't do everything, and then like after the fact you find out, hey, this was here, this was there, and this was there. That happens. That happens. Yeah.
Even in New York.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
Definitely in New York.
I mean, I remember one
Wow,
time.
New York Comic Con, they had things in like 4 different buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
Remember the time they had it in X?
Oh man.
We used to have the artist alley, that bottom area that they moved up, like in the other corner of the show. Then they moved them into the bottom area. And now they're where they are this year, last year. But I remember one year I was looking for Art Germ, and I couldn't find him. I mean, I couldn't find him. And then I went down this little, like it felt like it was all like these little back alleys, roads in Chinatown or something. There's this dude here writing stuff with the Chinese styling, and he was like, "Well, wow, this is really cool." Then I bump into these 2 old guys. I'm like, "What are you guys?" I'm going like, cool. And I look at their names. I'm going like, "Oh my god, these are the illustrators from Disney, from Little Mermaid and Robin Hood. This is from the Don Blues." I'm like, "What the fuck are you guys doing down here?" Point. We had Tom Brokaw. It was Tom Brokaw and right now I don't remember the other guy's name. And I was like blown away. I was like, "Oh my god!" I spent like an hour just talking to these guys, man. Just because Robin Hood and the Don Blues. I mean, they had stuff from the video games of Dragon,
Space Ace and Dragon's Lair. Yeah.
And they were all that stuff. I just bought a bunch of the stuff.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I didn't put it in the book. I said, "Where did you guys say this on the program?" And that's the thing.
No, I laugh because I had several experiences.
Yeah.
Just looking for things.
I don't like that it happened with me. The people, "Oh, I didn't know you were here."
Yeah.
Oh, really? But like so hopefully, like the way this was set up for tomorrow, I mean this weekend's gonna be great. It's just one of those things that we have to put a lot of effort as individually as artists to get our name or get our information out there and let people know where we're going to be, because if we just let the shows do it on their own, I mean they're just worried about getting people through the door. If you want people to get to you, you do the extra mile, which is basically what I'm doing here tonight. You know, trying to get people to come to my table, which is number 57, Artist Alley 57 in the Villains. Okay, so it's real simple. Look for Graham Nolan, and you're gonna find me real close. He's right over here, and he's got a big booth, so he's gonna have a nice action there. So, and I'll be there in the corner with Keith. So it's gonna be another wild show, like I said. So hopefully a lot of people will show up this weekend. And
Who's gonna go to the hero side first, man? I don't know. I mean, everybody's going to the villain side. I would think. I know when I was a kid, man, we wanted all the villains toys. We didn't want to do we were all looking for. We wanted the Cobra Commander. We wanted the Megatron and all the. See, like Duke and all those guys sitting there. Nobody wanted them. So villains are cool, man.
Like I expect. I mean, last time we did it there was. I was actually in Villains last time. That I was in that second area. I did really well. I mean, it's like I was once again. Actually, this time they switched us. Last time I was in the corner, and Keith was next to me. He must have said something. "Look, man, I'm Keith Williams. You know, I should be the corner." You know, so all right, give him the corner. So he's in the corner, and I'm right next to him. The last time I remember. I think this time we're a little further in, because the other time there was a corner and there was like Bud Root was there next to Larry Stroman. Chris Ivy was a little further down. Howard Mackey was in the other one. Remember, because I had the ghost ride. I was telling people you had to go to the other room to find him, and he was next to Mark McKenna, who was then next to Walt Simonson and Louise.
Right.
And the funny thing is that I remember walking around. At that show, was that show? I think so. No, it wasn't that show. It was East Coast. Yeah, this is another one of those stories. I was walking down one of those moment through East Coast, and another walking down this little corridor, and I'm looking at this book, and I'm like, Grimjack. Wait a minute, who's got Grimjack? And I'm looking. Aren't you John Ostrander? Yeah. What the hell are you doing here? In this little teeny tiny table. Oh, I just found it. Oh, they just stuck me in his corner. I go like, oh my god! And he was right next Boom. I was like, what the hell, man? Next to Tom Mandrake. And it was like, so sometimes you just never, it's.
Sometimes you wonder who plans these things, who rates, who's in charge. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Someone has a dartboard and they're
no, but again, it's like for me when I did East Coast the last time we did it, I was right next to Sebastian Bonet. He got the corner, and I was in here next to him, but we were right in this area that was like splitting down the middle of the show. So people were walking to go see George Perez and Jim Starlin and Ron Lim. But the way out was coming down through us. So the only way for them to get anything done again, they had to go through in front of me and go behind Sebastian to get out to go to stuff. So every traffic was coming by. Hey, check it out. Hey, check it out. So, but then I know people who were further down, closer to the beginning, didn't have such a good because they were like, it's a typical answer. Hey, check this out. Oh, I just got here. Let me look around. That's why I always pray never to be in the front. No, because it's just the nature of the beast, you know. It's like sometimes it's just the luck of the draw. Sometimes it's just the way it happens, you know. So,
and on paper it looks good, like, oh yeah, I'm right there in the front. But that's what happens, though. It's like, oh, okay, I'll be back after I check out the rest of the place, you know.
I mean, there are shows that have been bad, not because of location. It's just bad planning overall. And for me, like for example, I did a show that was on the weekend of Free Comic Book Day, followed by Star Wars Day. How many people think of that show?
Wow.
Okay. Right. Wow. So I was like, I told my daughter last time we're doing that. And now I'm looking for dates. Now next year, Heroes is on the Father's Day weekend, but Heroes has been traditionally on Father's Day weekend. This is the first year that it wasn't.
Right.
So they always have like Family Day on Sunday. So this year was kind of off, they were telling me, because it was his Father's Day. So I'm like, okay, I still did good. I did well on Saturday. I mean, on Sunday. I mean, by Sunday, actually Saturday Eve, but close to almost the end. I already was sitting. I had 2 chairs, so I was ready to have my feet up. The guy next to me was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm calm, man. Why? I covered cost. I'm sitting. Nothing bothers me. Tomorrow's gonna be easy breezy." I was like, I had a great Saturday. So Friday was okay, but Saturday was just perfect. I'm like, all right. So, and this is a 2-day, which is happy because 3 days are rough, man. When I did those 3 days, they add up. But
oh yeah, we know that because when you're doing New York Comic Con with the 4 days, by Sunday, if you've done all 4 days, you're like.
I'm pushing on trying to get into this year. It's like last year. Oh, we love you, Enrique. Want you to do Florida. We want you to do Emerald City. We want you to do New York. We'll CTU. We want you in all our shows. Great. This year, fuck you. So
makes sense.
All right.
I was trying to fill those places. Yeah.
I was shocked not to get into Florida because I've been doing Florida for 2 years in a row. And I was like, really? What happened? I wasn't going to fight it this year. I said, you know what? I won't go this year. But New York really hurt because I thought, man, really? Then again, when I look at the people who have not come in, who are former Marvel players,
yeah,
former DC players,
yep,
Ringo Award winners, yep. And they're not in. I go, I'm not worried anymore, you know. So I'm like, it's just one of those things that,
you know, New York Comic Con is a lottery. If you get in, you're always surprised.
Yeah, and I mean, I could still get in because it's a local.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say, yeah, quick turnaround. So I'm in here. Give me a. And But other shows have pretty similar with you don't have all you gotta do is pay to get in, like Terrificon.
Yeah.
Terrificon is a great show.
Yep. Terrificon, we enjoy Terrificon. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, blast. I mean, I didn't do it this year because I'm doing Gem City, which is on the road in Ohio the week before.
Ooh.
I didn't want to do it like last year, which like drove to Ohio, came back, had a day or two just to get ready, and then hit Terrificon immediately after that. And I said, no, not this year. Not this year. And I was hoping to do C2E2, which was like a week after Terrificon. So I didn't want to do Gem City, Terrificon, and Chicago. And then, of course, Chicago didn't take me. And I was like, now try to get to Terrificon. And they're like, they're already sold out. And I'm like, well, next year. So, but Terrificon is basically, we'll take your money. You're good. So that's great. You know, heroes, we'll take your money. It's good. So there's no fighting to get in.
Right.
Baltimore, your money's good. Come on in. So there are very few shows. I mean, even the Fan Expo, your money's good. We'll take you. That's it. I can try. I've tried to get like a table, but they give you like maybe a 3-foot area.
Right.
There's stuff like that. So I'm like, I prefer to pay for it. I haven't done any of them yet. Maybe next year I'll do Philly and stuff like that. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, because for this year, I'm only doing a few more. Let me see. I pull it up here because I'm getting old. All right. So Garden State, Gem City, ZapCon is back. ZapCon is back. I'll be doing ZapCon Super Mega Show that's in Massachusetts.
Right.
And then I have Akron in November, followed by maybe the New Jersey Collector Fest at the end of the year. And that's basically for this year. And already for next year, my thing is already getting filled up. I got the Trenton Charity, Forest Hills already, Three Rivers, Heroes Con, Garden State, Gem City, Terrificon, Zap, Cincinnati, and probably Akron. And those are already set up for next year.
Ooh. Dang.
And I'm still looking to do, I want to do another one. I'm asking a few more places to see if they're going to cover my something because some of these things are far away. So I'm like waiting on other ones, you know.
Right.
But again, that's only from nothing in January, February, and March. It's only April down. So the first 3 months, we got to work.
Well, that's how it used to be. It used to be that your conventions actually started in April. You really didn't have that many conventions in January, February, and March. But that's not how it is now. Now you have conventions in January, February, and March, and then it really kicks off in April because April usually has like 4 or 5 conventions.
and like I was telling somebody at Heroes, it's like they were saying like, "Wow, you haven't had a convention in a while," and stuff like. Really? Back in New Jersey, you basically walk out of your house, take a spit to any corner of the compass, you'll hit a con. Yeah. You know, it's the way every weekend there's something here.
That's true.
And
we've been busy for the past month.
Yeah.
That's why like there's certain art. I'm like, I feel like some artists you see them at all these shows, and I did that. You know, you got to remember when I started. I did 32 shows in 2019.
Right.
So, and then last year did 15. Did 15 last year. So, and this year pretty much be around 10, 11. I don't remember, whatever it comes out to be. But I feel that at some point, especially New Jersey area, you gotta let some of the fans miss you. If you're out there every week. And this is one thing I noticed when I was doing the 32 shows. It put a major strain. And I heard you guys saying something a while ago when you were talking about EternalCon. If I'm doing a show every week, and you see me every week, and you come to my table every week, after a while you're saying, what, nothing new? So I heard you guys say, I saw this guy over here right a moment, he had new stuff and stuff. That became a pressure point that every week I needed to do something new. I always have to have it. I got 50 different types of prints, and I can't sell them. I mean, some of them are sold out, but a whole bunch of them are still packed in my my office with it. So that's why I have these mystery boxes that you get 4 prints for $20. You get 1 black and white and 3 color. You just want to get rid of them somehow. $20. And instead of paying 1 for 20, you get 4 for 20. But
It's a good deal.
you just don't know. It's random. Now you can buy all 4 sets, and you get 16 prints for $80. So that's still a good deal. And they're still available individually. If you want to pay the $20 and make sure you get the one you want, you can still do that. But I did it that way because there's just way too many things. And my printer was like, "You're not doing any new prints, bro. I got too many." And I did these 3: the Kenobi, the Wanda, and the Game of Wars. Because at least I wanted to have something different when I went to Heroes, which was my first time there, and a few other shows down the year. So I'm thinking about maybe doing something like that. Maybe every year. I know some guys like.
And then there were 2. What the? Black
Well,
Street.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Lou came in.
I just been sulking, so I figure I keep looking down, look silly, but I'm here.
It's like that Evangelion with all the tablets.
Well, you know what Lou's doing over there. He's making stuff.
Right.
Oh,
Lou's working on one of his little projects over there.
Lou, how many shows do you do a year?
Currently?
Yeah.
I should probably sign up for one. I mean, I was geared up to do a ton in 2020, and then world ended, and
yeah,
I've done a few in the new world, but basically just ones people invite me to do. I really haven't applied to any shows since the apocalypse. So I did send out my thing to New York Comic Con. I didn't even hear back from them to get rejected. So
Now, it's funny how some people still tell me, "You have to apply for that." Yes, you do.
He just rolled up with a backpack.
Yeah, just show up. You know what? There was this. I'm not going to say this show. I'm not going to say a show, but there was actually a show I went to recently that I was not tabling, and I made sales of commissions without having a table. And some people were saying, "You made more than I did at this show."
But we've seen that before. We've seen people go to conventions with their stuff and walk the floors and sell their stuff that way. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta hustle.
What year was it?
I've seen people outside of conventions, like not even part of it, just set up their own table outside and.
Yep.
I don't know how.
It's a lot more common than what you think in reality.
Yeah.
I sometimes look at these shows and I'm like, man, I should just snuck in a bunch of water bottles. Sold
2019, I was promoting myself to different companies, and they were like, "Whoa, that print! You have that print of the Vampirella? Yeah, that's really nice. How can I get one? I'll bring one to you tomorrow." Selling prints. So you know what a lot of people do, and I'm probably going to do it this year. I'm going to go in. I'm assuming that if I don't get in within the next month, I'm not going to get in. So I'll do my Pro Pass, and I'll just wait.
Yeah.
And I'll walk around, and I guarantee somebody is not going to show.
That's what usually happens. Yeah.
And then I'm going to put my stuff down. Whoop. Little something here, little sign that says TK, and we're rocking and rolling. And I'll come do some promotion, some sketch cover.
I mean, shoot, last year if you did that, you would have made a killing because like the whole back half of Artist Alley was not filled at all.
Which one?
Like at Comic-Con NYC. The back half of Artist Alley was completely empty.
Oh yes, I remember that. Well, last year you must have missed me because I was at E1 last year. So
I remember we saw you in E1 last year.
Yeah, it was like you came by and a bunch of people. It's like people were like, "Who did you kill?" I said, "I'm not telling you." And I got E1, and it was next to Keith, and it's real simple.
That was a good spot, man.
It was real simple. It's called Ask for It. You know, what the worst that can happen? They'll say no. And they were just taking their time. I had gotten into New York. I was waiting for my table. They had not announced my table yet. They were saying, look, I need to know my table. I want to put it on my promo. I don't know which one it is. And I went down the line. I went through their program online and went, what tables are untaken? And I saw Keith. Keith is E2. Wait, E1 is open. Okay. Let me ask for it. Yo, E1 is open.
Yeah.
Give it to me. No, we gotta wait for it. Fine. 2 days. E1 is still open. I can use it. You know, E Enrique. You know, it matches. It's good. No. Okay. After the third time, okay, it's yours. Fine, thank you. And that's it. That's all it took. And then the rest, like they say, is history. You know, everybody walks off the escalator. Who they hit? Me.
Yeah,
I did not
you were
know
right there.
I did not know that was going to be that good when I got it. I was just focusing on Keith. I really did not realize it was going to be that right on the elevator. And when I looked at it, I go like, holy crap, that's good. And then the funny thing is that the day I got in there Wednesday morning and I installed my banners and I put 3 banners. You surely should do. But I put 3. So I kind of took more of the corner because they didn't have anything lining up.
No, at all.
But what happened was that the guys came in later in the day to put the lines.
Yeah.
They figured, wait, he's got 3. Oh, I guess the line's here. So all of a sudden I had an extra spot. So I put up my canvases. I remember Rob Liefeld would look over and go like, how did this happen? Hey, enjoy it, buddy. Enjoy it.
I was right. He was right there.
So people will get out of his line and come into mine.
Yeah.
No.
I thought he was like on the other side of you.
Like I told my wife, this is why people kill to get into this thing. It's like I covered table within the first 4 hours. It was done. 4 hours we covered. That's it. Now it's all gravy. It was Friday, was here. Saturday, it was even more. Thursday was really good. Friday was more. Saturday was even more than all those. And then when they went
sounds
down.
about right. A lot of people we knew didn't actually make back the table until Sunday.
Yeah.
No, and for me, it was like where I was low. I mean, again, you make your own success at times. When the doors open, people are running, for everywhere else except Artist Alley because they all want to get those special things. All of a sudden, I was walking around with my coffee. Nobody's going to be here. There was a young woman waiting for my table. I'm like, "Hello, you lost?" No, you're Quique, right? Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I'm here for the showcut. What are you talking about? How many you got? How many you got? You're the canvas. You got any left? Oh, I got 2 left. Oh, good. I want to be sure. I didn't want to make sure that I got one before you sold out on them. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, how do you find it? Oh, I follow you on Instagram. So I'm like, right there, boom, sold. And so it worked. It worked. Once in a while, it was like that. I mean, where was another terrific on? Somebody was waiting. You're the guy with the link? Link to what? The double link of canvas? Yeah. Oh, I want one. Okay. Here you go. So, yeah, I'm telling you, man, you got to do it. You got to do the effort. You got to do the effort. And I mean, you look out there, a lot of people really do. And I say,
keep hustling, yeah.
But I mean, you can see, the Santa's going to be there, and he already put up all his new prints, and he's got stuff. He actually sent me some of them for me to ink, and I was thinking, man, let me go ink those. When? When? I got no time for those, so I'm going to put them in the back.
You got to find time.
I mean, I did so much work for Heroes as to original art, and only sold one piece. That's it. All weekend, only one original piece that I brought with me to the show. Only one. I was like, really? Yet I've never done as many commissions as I've done in the show as I did that one. It was like one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. People were saying, I want this. Okay, I want that. And they were all like, and they get even weirder. probably some people have seen it. It was like, oh, I like your link. That link you do. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great link.
What do you want? I want link. No, I don't want link. Okay, what do you want? I want Stitch. That's link. Okay, not cartoony though.
I want link, but I want Stitch, but I don't want him cartoony.
Yeah, I don't want a cartoon. So, and he paid premium because he wanted it in color. But I told him, yo, I don't have enough pens here. You know, I didn't bring my whole Copic thing. I only brought primary colors. Oh, it's okay. What was the other guy? He's a horror fan. Goes like, he comes up to me and says, "You look like a guy who wants to do a pumpkin head." I'm like, okay, I guess I am. I was like, what do you want? Oh, pencils only. Pencils only. Fine. Okay. This amount. Good. We'll go with that. I had a whole bunch of stuff come to me. We were like all over the place. And we're like, all right, so we'll do that. We'll do this one, and then another guy wanted me to do John Constantine. Okay, what do you want him to do? He's doing, I don't know, whatever you want. So I decided, and I did an homage to the Bernie Wrightson Swamp Thing. So I invented the Swamp Thing against Anton. It was Constantine fighting him off, a fireball in his hand and shit. And of course, I didn't take a picture of it. So I mean, it was
I'm surprised because I know you guys usually at least try to get a picture of one of all the pieces you've done.
Yeah, and it was one of those things that he was really fat and stuff, and I remember I was like, oh my god, will he pick up his sketchbook? There was another one out there. Oh yeah, somebody wanted a domino. I did domino in one. And that was a torso only. So yeah, it was one of those weird. It's like I did more commissions than sales of everything else, and I was like, okay, next time I don't pack up so much. No, because that's the thing. Because for me, people are still learning, understanding what I can do. As an inker, they understand, but
right.
as an illustrator, they're still not sure of my style, which
right.
is what
that makes sense.
Surprises me so much when people at a show, which all the artwork they're looking at is inking. There's no original art of mine, very few of it in there available. And yet they go like, do this for me. Where do you see that and all this stuff that you thought I could do that? You know, and I'm very, very humbled and and I like the fact that people will do that. Let me see, trying to see what else. Well, there's one, I'm going to say what it is, but I can't show it because I already told, because the person who might be seeing this later. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's somebody wanted a Miles Spider-Man. Did that one. Pumpkin head and stuff. Yeah, but for Garden State, there's this gentleman who always commissions me for stuff, and he gives me a list to choose from.
Right.
And I was looking at it and said, what's the weirdest one? What's the weirdest? He always has some really weird stuff. I'm going, well, that's too weird. And I was going, well, I was between two of them. And I said, look, I want to do one of these two. Which one you want? He goes, well, are you willing to put color on it? You go, yeah, I'll do color. Then do this one. Basically, it's Big Bird as Hawkman.
That's cool.
I showed it to Keith.
All right.
I showed it to Keith. He was like, bro, that came out really. So I basically took one of the old cover that Cedric did, painted cover, a Hawkman with the mate, like that. So I thought, you know what, that's the perfect, because I was thinking of doing like a Hawkman. And I'm thinking, Big Bird has that big ass belly, man. There's no way they'll look good.
I was thinking about that. I was like, how did it,
Well, it looked like really weird. So I thought, no. So I thought with this, I cut it down the torso side. You don't see the big belly as much. And it came out really good.
Okay.
Nice
little cheat. Yeah.
I'll post that once I give it to the guy. And then I got another commission I'm handing in, which is a spread that I have posted. Ben Kenobi, Anakin fighting the Emperor with Padme behind them, and that was pretty good.
So here's a question for you. You know, I know that you guys you sell your prints. You know, you show up with your stuff. Would you rather sell your prints or would you rather do commissions?
Commissions help me in the sense that in one shot I may cover a big number.
Right.
The prints I need to sell them because I pay for them. So
I figure that much.
so that's why, for example, the Wanda print, and all these new prints you guys saw, I only did 10 copies of them.
Okay.
That's it. Because I saw the few Kenobis, none of the Game of Wars, and the Wanda is almost sold out. Because
Right.
I think I only got like 3 or 4 left. It really was like, well, the metal prints, for example, this one I only made 2, and the other one I only made 2.
Right.
So they're pricey. So those, but the mini canvases, I make a lot of those. Those are like, I have like 4 or 5 of each of those. Those are like, because people buy them at like 20 or 15 bucks each. They love them, especially the kids.
Right.
Oh
Makes
man,
sense.
but yet at Heroes, I thought, oh, this is gonna be wow. They're gonna go crazy for this. They're gonna love it, man. That's it.
That's how it is. When you think you're gonna sell something, you sell something else.
Because that's how you have to learn of each show. So right now, I'm looking at my next show, not this one.
Mm-hmm.
Garden State, I will probably tell you, we can actually check this out. We'll talk on Monday. Garden State, I will wager, this is going to be it. I will probably end up having anything between 3 to 6 commissions done.
Right.
I'm selling a truckload of my original art. We're just at least anything between $300 to $500 worth. Easy. Original art going to be gone. And then I'll sell a few prints here and there and maybe a metal print. And that's it. Garden State is an art show. Every time I do Garden State, I sell my canvases and I sell original artwork and collections. Now, when I go to Gem City, I gotta pack up all my canvases and all my canvases, the big ones and the little ones, because every time in the Midwest, they go bonkers for that stuff. They love that stuff. Cincinnati or anything in Ohio, they go crazy for that stuff. I mean, I've sold out, and people are like, "I wanted another Conan." Fine, I'll order. You can order it. Oh, really? Good.
Order it online. You can find me at.
And I actually have people asking me. They were at the show, and Hero, hey, can I order stuff online? Yes, but why wait? Like,
It's right there. Take it.
take it now. You don't have to pay shipping. I really don't get that. So I remember the Conans. Because I had gone to Florida the week before, and I was driving up to Cincinnati. So I had a pretty decent amount of canvases, but I had sold out of Star Wars in Florida.
Right.
Because everybody bought them because of Christian Henderson was there signing. So everybody bought the canvas. So I had none for Star Wars when I got to Cincinnati.
Right.
So I still had a few left, and people they went gaga over them. They just love them there. And I had one guy over here buying a Conan. This guy was deciding what he wanted to do with his life. He said, I want a Conan, and that's the other one. So while he was deciding, I sold the Conan to this guy. He was like, all right, I want 2 Conans. Too late. We need too late. We only got 1 left. This guy got the last one then. Oh no, I needed one for my brother. Well, you can order it. Really? How much? Same price. There's a small premium for this. Oh, okay. Why? Because I shipped it directly from the printer directly to the brother in Virginia. So it was actually a good stuff. And they're sold. I mean, it's like they just go crazy for that stuff. Yet Terrificon, if I were to do Terrificon, I would sell maybe a few original arts, but I have to stack up on print.
Right.
I never sold as many prints as I sold. I think I sold over 40 prints at that show. I was like, what the hell happened here? It's a print show. That's what people want over there. They want like I sold maybe a few of my canvases. They didn't have the mini one. They didn't. I had a few mini ones there, but not. They didn't move that. Some people bought the big ones, but the prints, man, they were just like crazy with the prints there. Akron, when I do Akron, gotta take the canvases, people. In Akron, I took one of the length that was about 18 by 24.
Right.
It was a huge thing. And this guy was coming by. He would look at it and keep going. All right. A little while, he'll come by again. Look at it, keep going. And another guy comes in and he starts talking to me and he's like, look, I like this one. I want to try this canvas. I want to try this canvas. And this is when they were like, another versions were like smaller and not as thick or as big as they are now.
Right.
And he was like looking at, I want to think about this one. How much is that lick? And immediately the guy, no, that's mine. So now you want it. Yep, I want them now. So I know those sell there. So that's the thing. Once you do show a few times, you kind of gauge. So now I know for Heroes, let's not take as many prints. and just go there with more, bring more markers and stuff.
Right. Makes sense.
Not a single book. I didn't sell a single book either. So it's, you just never know. You never know. But in Cincinnati last year, I sold books. At the shows I did at the beginning of the year, I sold books. They were selling books in Heroes. So, yeah, I think if I was in a different location, maybe you never know. Okay, I think also where I was located, they have in Heroes has this section called the Indie Island,
Right.
which everybody like kind of fights to get in there because that's dead center. Dead center of artist market. And the people in there usually are indie artists. Imagine New York's upstairs they got the small press.
Yeah, the small press section. I like that section.
Yeah, that's basically that there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was walking by and Bill McKay was there with 2 tables. I'm like, bro, who did you kill? No, man, I've been doing this show for 10 years. So I was like, put me here. I was like, that makes sense. That makes sense. So
yeah, because they love legacy people who have been doing it for that long. Yeah.
Which is like I said, that's why I'm treated the way I'm with Garden State. I've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And there's some shows, and I'm not gonna name names, but there's some shows that just no matter how much I try to get to know the promoters and stuff, it's just a wall. It's just a wall. And it's like, and I mean, I have better rapport with the people at Repop than with some of these other shows. I mean, I talk to Repop. They may not let me in to the show,
but they talk to you.
But they talk to me. They know who I am.
Yeah.
They know who I am. Other shows are like, okay, no problem. I mean, I've been told to one show, I said, you know what, because you're kind of this area, could you help me with the table and stuff? And the table's not even that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, man, I only give tables to people who can bring in 100 guests. I'm like, okay, how do you prove that?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask.
You know that this guy came to see Larry Stroman and not Keith Williams. How do you account for that? You know, so when they told me that, I was like, really? I mean, look, I would have preferred that you told me, look, man, I don't know who the hell you are. Shut the hell up. And I would have been like, I get it. But that one,
imagine if they had all the tickets under every artist, every guest's name, then they would know.
I mean, like
who are you here to see?
You're here to see. Oh, I'm here to see you. All right, nobody else. He's a Quique guy.
Yeah.
I was like, just tell me the truth. You don't want to give it to me. That's it. You know, that was so late. I told somebody about it, and I was telling, and I asked this artist, he's like, bro, You think he goes like, I don't think I bring in 100 people myself. I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know. And it's like, yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just, look, it's the way it is. It's the way it is. So other people I have really good relationships with some and others are not. Just the way it is, man.
Just the way it is, yeah.
And I'm very good for the ones who treat me really nice and they know. And they know that I'm promoting them and I will sponsor them and I will talk nice about them and everything. And
as a con, that's what you want. You want the people who are there to actually promote themselves, and you promote them at the same time, because that helps out, because it helps both of you out,
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and
the cons don't exist without people going to them and telling them to be at it. So, or
it's like
the cons got nothing to bring people to it.
There's one show.
Or showing up to see one person, then you don't have a good show.
There was a show I was going to do. It requires being vetted to get in. I'm not going to say it. It's not New York and these other ones. It's another show. So, and I actually got in. I've gotten in for this year because, unfortunately, I got that big health bill came in right at the last moment I had to pay for this thing. I was like, oh, I can't pay for it. I'm not going to do it. It's just too much between the hotel and the table and everything. But on top of that was the load-in was horrible. What I was reading, I was like, oh my God. It's like, how do I get into this place? How is this going to work? And I was like, you can ask my wife. My wife says the biggest moment of stress for me is not the show. It's the day I got to set up. Especially for a show I've never done.
Right.
Like for Garden State, I know what I'm going to do. I know where they're going to go. I'm already going to do that. New York, I would know it already.
Right.
Cincinnati, I know it already. Gem City, I know exactly where I'm going to go. I know where I'm going to park. I'm going to put the car. I'm going to go in here. They're going to tell me to go in. Everything, because they're all in the same venue.
Right.
This other one was in a venue I've never been before. And I was like, oh my God, how's this going? And they say, and I asked them, can I use my little trolley? And then they said, no. I said, what? I go like, we're out of this thing now. There's no way. For Heroes, I was worried. I had no idea how to work Heroes. I was going, oh my God, how's this going to work? And they told me, go for the load-in. So I asked them, can I do the load-in? And then when I got there, the line went around the convention. And I was like, and of course, ignorant me, I went all the way around and went to the front of the line, wondering, why is all these people here? And so I'm like, where's the load-in? The last truck all the way in the back. And I'm like, oh my God, that's the one over here. So I ended up parking in the hotel where I was going to stay.
Mm-hmm.
They told me, pull your little cart and take it out here. So I left my car, put everything on my little cart, and just walked up a ramp down this way about half a block to the show. We'll be down the elevator, and we were done. And I was set. Perfect. So on the day I was leaving, just put everything back on the truck, and we'll pull it out. Now I'm not worried. Next time I got to go to the show. Exactly. Next year at the same place. This is easy.
Yeah. Once you know what you're doing, it becomes like pretty relaxing. You don't have to worry too much. You know exactly the way it goes.
One of the best setups were, despite the show not being that good for me, was Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Will let me drive my car onto the floor.
That's always amazing.
And each was the same.
Mm-hmm.
They made me park inside the convention center, leave it there. They say, left my phone number, and then go set up. I set up everything up, and then I started walking around. Everything was quick, and then someone got a phone call. Lopez, are you done? Yeah, I'm done. I'm out of here. And then I put the car out, parked it in front, because I was in the same hotel. I mean, that was C2E2 was not a really profitable show for me in the sense of cost versus sales. So I did do good sales. But the show was so much fun, and it's nothing like going to your room the next day, getting down the elevator, picking up a coffee, walking a few more feet, going through a door, and you're on the convention floor. Nothing beats that. That is just like,
yeah.
Oh my! I think this was just so easy. It's like, because when I do Cincinnati, I got to drive an hour from my brother's house to Cincinnati.
Oof.
So it's like, oh my God. So that was just so much fun to walk down. I mean, Keith had to walk further. He was like in another building. Where are you? Well, I was decided to stay here. That was a mistake.
Oh man.
No,
So-
but I can be here all night talking about this stuff, but we can't.
I see we're at the 20 mark here, so let them know where they can find you online. We already know you're going to be at Garden State this weekend, so
Right.
they can find you there. But give them all the other information on how they can get your stuff.
Okay, Artist Alley 57 this weekend, next to Keith Williams and next to Len Danovich. If you're not there, you can see on my over here on Instagram. It's Art by Quique. I'll post later on a comment here the link tree where you can find all my other stuff on Facebook and my portfolio and stuff. That's the one. And I'm going to add tomorrow the butterfly tails, so people can go there and help. Not help, but get notified for that launch that's coming up. Like I said, that's not one of my projects. I'm not personally involved. I'm involved in the promotioning of it, but don't make me fail. 100% funding. Everyone. I've done it all. So if you're doing a VIP for this weekend, be sure to check in their little card. Don't go home and then look at your bag and say, "Oh my God, I had a discount." Okay, all right. So
Check it out, people.
no, because I know people probably did it at the last show I did. They probably got home and say, "Oh my God, I had $5
Oh,
off."
that's happened many a times. Sometimes you don't check that thing out until you get home, and you don't realize what you had in there.
Yeah, but anyway, let me put it here too.
Hold on, I'll put you up.
There's the link tree. That's the big link tree. There you go. And the Art by Quique. There you go. That's the easiest way to find me. So
I also put it into the comment section so they can find it.
I appreciate it. Like I said,
No problem.
table 57. Let me get it. I gotta put all this stuff away again tomorrow. And
I'll get ready.
setting up. Oh, it's Thursday. Oh my gosh, it's Thursday. Yeah, on Friday I'll set up and be ready to rock and roll. And if you're VIP, you can get in there at 9:30, half an hour earlier. And be sure to forego Heroes. You don't need to go to Heroes. Just head out to the villains.
Get straight to the villains because everybody loves the villains.
Chilling with the villains.
No, you don't want to do that. You want to be with the villains. So
Exactly.
I don't even know why they do that. I mean, it's like A and B is too boring, I guess. But yeah. And anyway, hopefully, like I said, there's going to be cosplayers there, and I actually asked Dave to help me because I'm going to be at the table. I said, "Dude, what? How can I get? Can somebody wash my table for what? No, because I got to get Tiffany to sign my album, man." And he's like, "Oh, we'll do that for you." Okay.
I forget that Tiffany's supposed to be there. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the guys from Peacemaker.
Yep. They're going to be another. See, they're going to have. They don't do a lot of celebrities at Garden State, which is cool. But that was funny. I was like, I think I still got that album. So let me bring it over.
I still got it. Yeah.
All right, guys. So thanks for having me here. It was a lot of fun talking about reminiscing all these weird things and stuff like that. So
well, Quique, you're always welcome on. Just let me know and we'll bring you in.
I have a few projects coming up. So
yeah, I figured I figured like, oh, Ralph, I'll be back. We're gonna talk about this, this, and this.
Yeah. The story I'm doing for Horrendous is going to be very contemporary. I'm hoping because he doesn't like to have things going too political stuff, but this is going to be a horrendous story, which somebody came up to me at Heroes because that weekend was the week right after the Supreme Court decision,
Right.
and there was a lot of people, especially females, were a lot of talking about certain things. And one of them was telling me that she's honestly told me she was dead serious. She wants to do an underground railroad for women who need we go through that problem, abortions, and she wants to be helped through her state and stuff. Oh my God, you're serious? You got me thinking. So I got a story coming, a horrendous story.
That's a good story right there.
That's going to be something there. And so with that, the Not So Fair Tales is based off of a fable called The Crow and the Pitcher.
Right.
If you know it,
I remember that one. I remember that story.
Oh, mine's going to be a sci-fi story in that one.
That's interesting. I can't wait to see what you do with it.
And then, because I threw 3 options, and one of them somebody else is taking it, which is the ant and the caterpillar, the grasshopper, ant and the grasshopper.
Right.
Everybody knows that one. So I found this one to be interesting. So then for the Magic Fantasy book, that's going to be a story which I'm very happy to be producing, because that's an original characters from a universe I'm finally going to bring to life that I created in the 80s. And now, little by little, we're going to be seeing backstories before I launch the big book, probably in 2034. So we'll see how we build up. So this is the first story of that saga, which we're seeing minor characters now at a point in time that when they show up again, it'll be 10 years later. So,
right.
So, and that's going to be an interesting story there. So, we'll see. A lot of good stuff coming down the pipe. So, hopefully, some of y'all will join on the ride.
Well, hit us up. Let us know. Come back and talk about it.
I will, man. And I appreciate it. Thanks all for having me here tonight. And I'll see you guys on the weekend.
Yeah, we'll see you on Sunday.
Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Adios.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Enrique Lopez, who will be at Garden State Comic Fest this weekend. You can see him Saturday and Sunday, and you can commission him a piece or buy one of his prints. And now let's talk about let's talk about our friend Mark Torres from They Came From the Radio, who is getting ready to release a Kickstarter for his new book, Designated, issue 1.
Yes, it is me, Mark Torres, with this Kickstarter called Designated Issue 1. It is about aliens and heroes and teens caught in the middle of a semi-war of sorts. Yeah. Ralph, you continue this on.
Well, head over to the Designated page. You can press the notify when launched button, and you will be notified when Designated launches. And if you keep an eye on us, you will see Mark Torres come on and talk about his book. I think we have him on August 3rd. Yes, August 3rd. We have Mark Torres on, and he will be talking about his Kickstarter. And dude, do us a favor. Go over to the Kickstarter. Check this out. Put notify upon launch.
Is this his first Kickstarter?
Yeah, this is Mark Torres' first Kickstarter. He's done another book before called Sunburst. I think it's Sunburst. And
that's the name of the character.
Yeah, that's the name of the character. Yeah, Sunburst. It surprised me too, because I thought he was going to do that, and he went in a different direction. But he says he's been working on this for like years.
What do you mean? This looks exactly like the stuff he's been working on.
Well, yeah, but it's 2 different things.
It looks exactly like what he's been working on.
I guess we'll see. I didn't see no Sunburst in there.
Are you saying Sunburst can't be an alien teen with superpowers?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Oh man, so let's see what else do we got here. Next week we got the guys from Hypergeist coming to talk to us about their Kickstarter. You know, it's really beautiful. Wait till I put this thing up. You guys will be all like ooh and ah, and then let's see where Hypergeist. There we go, Hypergeist.
There we are.
Oh, God.
Dude, they are at 19,854. Woo!
Let's
400
go.
backers. 20 days to go. Dang, they're on fire.
They're good.
That's
But they could always do better.
Congrats, boys.
Funded in 10 hours.
Yep. You know, and
Make
of
a
course,
cover issue of the book, please.
oh man, this stuff looks fantastic. There we go. There's the cover. Of course, our pal AZ Volt did the coloring on this cover right here. And he has his own cover, which is all holographic and whatnot. So, you know, you guys can check that out. AZ is a good friend of ours. He comes onto the show. He is a blast to talk to and geek out with. So support.
Yeah, better too. I mean, he was incredible listening to him talk about his, how.
Oh, yeah. You know, so
Make the
next
NSF cover version, please.
next
Just
week,
covers.
next week, Wednesday, the guys will be here to talk all about their beautiful project. And of course, you all know that you can get a naughty version or a nice version. I see they covered it up a bit because I think it was very showy the last time we showed this.
Perhaps.
As you can see, it's all beautiful artwork. Amazing stuff. You can see why this thing is doing well. People are just loving it. And tune in next week when we talk to them on Wednesday all about their beautiful Kickstarter and their book, Hypergeist. And of course, I will show off, there it goes, the beautiful cover with the holographic cover by our pal AZ Volt. Go in, support. It is a good book to support, if you know what I mean. I know that when me and Nat saw this thing, we were like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely it was a big whoa.
Yeah.
All right, so that is Hypergeist, and the guys will be here Wednesday to talk about their wonderful book. And let's see what else we got here. Torch is running out of time. Yes, it is. It has 22 hours to go. Let's put it up on the screen. I shared this on the Izzy Kickstarter show.
Promoting things
actually,
on another
the guys from
show?
Torch showed up for it. What was that, Nat?
Promoting things on another show?
Yeah, I hang out with Izzy and Phil, and we talk Kickstarters once a month on Izzy's show.
Oh, the
What
panel
is
guys.
Izzy's
Oh,
show?
the panel guys. Oh, the
Exactly. All the panel guys hang out, talk Kickstarters, show off what we're looking at.
Oh,
and Torch
boy.
here.
But what is
you're
Izzy's
so much
show,
better than
Ralph?
us
What is
now.
Izzy's show?
What, Izzyverse?
What is Izzyverse?
Izzyverse is a show by Izzy, our pal, and he covers all things geek over there on his show. And once a month we get together and check out which Kickstarters we want to go and show off to you guys to go support.
Where can I find this show so that I can find more Kickstarters to support?
Well, you can go on YouTube and look up Izzyverse and you will find it. Or check Instagram and look up Izzyverse.
Amazing.
I don't know. I don't feel amazed.
The world of technology is amazing.
So
that is what the guy in Pokemon always tells me.
Of course he does. Because he wants you to buy the Pokemon. All right, you got it. Look at this. As we're here, the numbers keep going up. It's 4,125. 221 backers. 22 hours to go. This thing only has 22 hours. Come on, guys. Let's help them get farther along. And, at least they're funded. But, it's the more cushion they have, the easier it is for the pushing.
Good night, everybody.
Ah,
Oh.
so there you
This
have it,
descended
guys.
a lot slower than I was expecting. Yeah.
Check out Hypergeist, Torch,
I've been checked out for a while. I'm sorry.
and Designated. And of course, you will see the guys from Hypergeist next week on the show, and you will see Mark Torres from It Came From the Radio August 3rd as he talks about his new Kickstarter, which it probably should be started by then.
Amazing.
Can we have
if you guys want to see some Appletinis, check us out Sunday at Garden State Comic Fest, where we'll be running around like crazy nuts. And if you can find Roman Tony, that'll be interesting.
At some point, you're gonna put a reward on finding Tony, and I'm gonna find him first and claim the reward either way.
Dude, I am working on getting us some pins, and then I'm gonna give them to Tony, and I'm gonna send them off to the cons. And when they find them, they can have the pin.
So,
Not
All right,
yet.
Tony, just give them to me, please. Let's just get this out of the way.
So, well, quick question though: can you have Mark Torres and Nathan on at the same time? Isn't that like?
Well, if Nathan is here August 3rd, it should be an interesting moment to see who Mark Torres is talking.
You just try to end the multiverse, man.
Yeah, if they're in the same place at the same time, they explode.
Exactly.
I know, right?
Here's the funny thing: if it wasn't for Mark Torres, we wouldn't have a Nathan in Bit and Apple TV.
Pretty much.
Origin story.
Yeah, kind of.
Pretty much is, yeah.
Otherwise, you would have heard me once a month in the background clicking buttons on It Came From the Radio.
Did we steal him from It Came From the Radio?
More like they gave me away.
The fools. Giving them back.
The views presented here in Writ do not represent Bit and Apple as a company.
Well, there you have it, guys. We are at the 37 mark. We should have been finished ages ago. Wait. We're showing off Shadow here. Shadow.
Wow.
There's like no light.
Hey, where's the light? Where's the... Oh, okay.
There we go.
Oh, that looks fantastic, bro.
So what is it?
You always amaze me, man.
Well, look at that.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
I feel all American. Shen says, man, giving up a valuable piece in the game. So now you just got a compliment.
What's a valuable piece in the game, man?
Oh yeah, you're the valuable piece. It came from the radio, gave you up. See?
Value is only in the way how you
How many packs of cigarettes did you give Mark to get him?
What happened, Lou?
How many packs of cigarettes did you trade him?
None.
Those are ramen packets now.
No, I literally two different fields, but he was like, yeah, go over here. I know someone.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it was. It's like I think they can get more use out of you.
So
now they could, but before no.
Oh no. That was him saying that to you about us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, now it would be totally different, because they're
Mark can pick
online more than
mileage up like that.
All right, people. Garden State Comic Fest. We will be there. Appletinis on the run. Sunday.
Oh boy.
Find us. At the Menon Arena in New Jersey. And dude, there's gonna be cosplay on ice. Cosplay on ice. You heard me right? Cosplay on ice at Garden State Comic Fest.
That's worth the price of admission alone. Come on.
Dude, I can't wait to see that.
My curiosity is piqued.
All right, guys. This has been, well, you guys have anything to say before we go?
No.
This is just a reminder that Deadpool does not like chimichangas. He just likes saying chimichangas.
Okay.
Uh,
So join us this weekend, Garden State Comic Fest. On Monday, we will be Apple Bites at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. On Wednesday, we will be Writ at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And there you have it. That's where you can find us. I will do what I always do. I will press that button and